there, everyone. It is a Sunday evening, and I just got back from the grocery store, and I'm putting together what I call my lazy girls healthy but very, very easy meals for the week. And this is the kind of food that I actually eat a lot because people often ask me, do you love to cook? I guess because I'm a dietitian, obviously I'm in a food-related field, and I don't really love to cook. I like it okay, and I really like to cook when I'm cooking for friends, but on a weekly basis, when I've got a lot of work to do and some other things to fit in on the side, spending my time in the kitchen is not my favorite thing to do. So typically the way that I manage it is by doing these kind of fast, easy meals. A lot of it is products from Trader Joe's that I kind of spice up and add things to and add vegetables to make it a nice, well-rounded meal. So while I was in line at the grocery store, I thought to myself, I wonder if it would be helpful for people if I shared with them some of my lazy but healthy and yummy meals that I make for myself. Now, I will make the disclaimer, as I have many times before on my blog, I receive nothing from Trader Joe's to make these blogs and share the things that I love from the store. Unfortunately, Trader Joe's, if you happen to listen to this and you want to give me money or product to promote these things, I would gladly accept. But as of now, I just share with you these things that I like because I truly like them and they make my life easier and they're tasty. So what I'm going to do is lay out 3 of the things. I'm not even going to call them recipes because they're not even really recipes that I'm going to make for myself, and that then I just kind of put them in Tupperware and have them for my work week, and I usually eat them for lunch or dinner. It's interesting. People have asked me before, what do you eat for lunch as opposed to dinner? And honestly, I eat a lot of the same things. I will eat sandwiches occasionally, but I'm not someone who loves cold food. So I feel like traditional American lunch food tends to be cold, and I actually prefer to eat warm food. So usually what I'm eating for lunch is some kind of leftover from dinner the night before, or a batch of something that I've made for the coming week. So the first thing I'm going to do is preheat my oven to 350 degrees, and then I'm going to get a pan out, just a baking sheet. I'm going to line it with aluminum foil and spray it with cooking spray. So aluminum foil is your best friend. And then what I'm going to do is make a big batch of roasted veggies, because roasted veggies can go with basically anything you're planning to eat in the course of your week, and you can just have it pre-made, a big batch ready to go, and then throw it in with whatever meal you're serving. So for this week, what I'm going to roast, let me grab it, I have all my products here to show you guys, is some pre-sliced Baby Bell mushrooms. And again, because I don't want to spend my time slicing up a bunch of mushrooms, so I buy it pre-sliced, but you certainly don't have to. There's a theme here, pre-chopped broccoli, and again, I might slice some of these a little bit smaller, but for the most part, they're basically ready to go. And then I'm going to add some kale to the mix. So I'm going to get my pan out. I'm going to lay those things on the aluminum foil that's been pre-sprayed with baking spray, and then I'm going to drizzle all of that with olive oil. And then on top, my go-to spices that I love and that go with everything are crushed black pepper, a little bit of sea salt, and then plenty of crushed red pepper because I like spice in basically everything that I eat. And then my 3 meals that I'm going to make, one is an experiment. I can't vouch for it because it's not something I've ever made before, but since it's gotten a little bit colder, I've been craving more soups, and I love miso-based, broth-based soups. So what I bought, I'm really excited about it, is this miso ginger broth from Trader Joe's. So you'll find plenty of recipes online to make your own broth. Again, that's not so much my style, to get the miso paste and get the ginger. While I'm sure that's really, really delicious, I'm just not going to take the time to do that. So I buy the pre-made broth. So I'm going to heat that up in a pot, and then I'm going to add the pre-made, and I've never tried these either, Thai shrimp gyozas, and just put those in frozen and then heat them up in the broth. And then what I'm going to do is take all of those veggies that I roasted up and throw them in so that I have kind of some stuff that's pre-made and kind of easier for you, but maybe a little bit more processed, and then loaded up with a bunch of vegetables. So you have some healthy, high fiber veggies that are there to kind of boost the nutritional content of the meal. And then what I'm also going to do is just slice up some scallions, some green onion to throw in there for a little bit of added flavor. So I'm going to make a big batch of that. So that's my first thing I'm going to make. The second thing I'm going to make is and I've totally blogged about this before, so you might have already seen this. My favorite turkey bolognese, which can be found in the freezer section of Trader Joe's, and it's all pre-made. So all you have to do is heat it up in a pan, and then I add to it some Italian seasoning, just a basic Italian seasoning blend, and some crushed red pepper to heat it up. Then I boil up my whole wheat pasta noodles. If you can't stand whole wheat, even though it is more nutritious to be having a whole grain product, you can go with the regular just white pasta noodles. Of course, if you have a gluten intolerance, you can go with a brown rice-based pasta noodle. And then easy peasy, put the pasta in your Tupperware, put the sauce on top, and then load your veggies in to go with it, and you've got that ready to go. And then the third thing that I'm going to make for this coming week is also something that I'm pretty sure I blogged about before, which is another one of my favorite frozen products, which is this Japanese style fried rice. But I do it differently. What I do is open up the package, and then into a pan, I'll spray a little bit of cooking spray just to make sure it doesn't stick, and then I'll put in coconut oil and then a little bit of sesame oil, and those two give it amazing flavor. And so I'll fry up the rice with those two oils combined to give it really great flavor, and then I'll add in 2 eggs, depending on my serving size, 2 or 3 eggs to put some more protein in there. You can also add some more edamame and just heat it all up, fry it all up together in the frying pan, and then you can throw in additional veggies to your liking. So those are the 3 things I'm going to make. So again, my Lazy Girls meal plan for the week. I've got my new soup that I'm trying out, my miso gyoza soup. I've got my pasta with the turkey bolognese sauce, and really looking forward to my Japanese style fried rice. So that is what a lot of my eating is going to look like for the week, and hopefully gives you perspective on how to make really fast, really simple, but yummy tasting meals that are also full of nice nutrition to keep you fueled up for your week. All right, let me know what you think, and hope you have a great week of healthy eating. Bye.